Hello everyone, I am Guan Zhongping, a pop-up book collector and paper art designer. The pop-up structure of this, the three-body problem pop-up book, co-designed by Li Xiaoqing and me, published by Bei Shigua. Lu Cixin's The Three-Body Problem renowned worldwide grand cosmic imagination. Through the form of this pop-up book, we hope that readers will not only be able to read the text, but also unfold a three-dimensional three-body universe with their own hands. So today, I want to take everyone into this unique pop-up book. The biggest feature of this pop-up book is that it condenses the content of the three-body trilogy, nearly 900,000 words, into a three-dimensional universe you can flip through. We selected a total of 8 scenes, such as Three Suns Phenomenon and the Operation Cixin, as well as the Wallfacer Project, the Dark Forest Theory, the destruction of Trisolaris, and the two-dimensionalization of Earth, among others. All of these scenes imagined can now a pop-up book spring vividly to life on paper. In my view, a pop-up book's charm is its ability to fit 3D content into flat pages, transforming space to flatness. To me, this in itself is something deeply sci-fi. At the same time, I see a pop-up book as a kind of container. It can not only carry text and images, but also hold imagination and infinite possibilities. So, in this The Three-Body Problem pop-up book, we tried to include even more incredible elements. A real pair of 3D glasses, then PVC film, glow-in-the-dark techniques, fishing line, as well as some mirrored silver stamping and lenticular printing. These special materials, by combining them, allow us to truly bring the sci-fi world to life within the book. When you open the first page, you immediately see a complete scene of the Trisolaris planet. This page also serves as the introduction to the story. We hope that readers can instantly feel the awe of the three-body world. Here, there's not only the visual impact brought by the pop-up structure, but we've also added many details. For example, in the story, we see the appearance of this countdown. So we created a countdown on a PVC film. We can even see the VR headset from the game. It brings the virtual world from the original novel directly into the book. Through these designs, we hope that readers can not only see the three-body world, but also become immersed in it, to experience the art of paper folding, and to feel beyond the surface of the paper, an even more authentic sci-fi atmosphere. This is the Three Suns Phenomenon. Alright, now let's turn to the second page. On the second page, we move to one of the most famous scenes in three-body, the Operation Cixin scene. In this scene, there is a huge ship, which is sliced into countless pieces by nanowires. Let's take a look at this process. What we did was, in our design, we not only unfolded the structure of the ship, we unfolded its pop-up structure, and specially added a dynamic effect of sliding downward. You can see that it has a downward, gradual sliding sensation. This allows readers to intuitively feel the process of the giant ship, slowly sliding down after being cut apart. At the same time, we also used a lot of special materials, including, as you can see, the nanowires here, which are really cutting the ship. There is a thread here. Now let's turn to the third page. At this point, we enter the chapter on the Wallfacer project. On this page, the pop-up structure, as you can see, shows a United Nations Assembly in session. Representatives worldwide have gathered to discuss this plan concerning humanity's fate. And in the background of the image, we can see, in the background, We specially designed a scene of the Wall Breaker Project. The Wall Facer Project and the Wall Breaker Project form a striking contrast. On one side, solemn meeting and grand strategy. On other, struggle break deadlock in darkness. Turning to the fourth page, we witness the first encounter between the human space fleet and the droplet. This is also one of the most stunning moments in the three-body trilogy. A truly breathtaking scene. On this page, readers can pull this mechanism here, and then you can witness with your own eyes a large number of human spaceships being destroyed by the droplet in an instant. The droplet will fly up from here to the top. In addition, we also provide some background information. You can also see it on this page. Let's turn to the fifth page. The fifth page features the most central concept in the three-body problem, the dark forest theory. In the center of this page, we can see the pop-up structure unfold, turning into a towering forest. When we take a closer look at it, you'll notice that between the trees, many hunters are hidden. This vividly represents the mutual distrust between civilizations and the dark forest theory, where preemptive strikes are the only option. In the lower left corner of the image, we've also designed a chain of nuclear bombs deployed around the sun. You can see it's made out of PVC. The combination of paper and mechanical elements makes these very abstract theories become intuitive and much easier to understand. Next, we're going to turn to one of the climactic parts of the book, which is the destruction of Trisolaris, and the scene where the solar system is ultimately flattened into 2 dimensions. This shows the process of Trisolaris being destroyed, and this page depicts the process of the solar system being 2-dimensionalized. We use PVC material to construct a 3-dimensional model of the solar system. At first, you can see the planets orbiting around the sun, as if it's a very intricate model of the universe. But as the mechanism unfolds, this 3-dimensional solar system is gradually compressed, flattened, and finally turned into a flat plane. The changes in folding between pages simulate 3-dimensional universe, undergoing a dimensional strike. At this moment, the reader can intuitively feel the process of becoming 2-dimensional. The vast solar system ultimately is reduced to a thin sheet of paper. Let's look at the last page, which is also a very brilliant page. The mechanism on this page is very special. As this mechanism turns, you can see a scene where the mass is being reclaimed. Let's take a look at the details. This mass will eventually be reclaimed, and this universe will ultimately go through a new cycle. You can see that they are all spinning as well. Through this book, we tried to reconstruct the grand universe of 3-body as depicted by Cixin, using paper, mechanisms, and these materials to rebuild and reimagine it. What we hope is that every page allows readers to personally touch those scenes that originally existed only in words. For us, a pop-up book is not just a form of reading, but also a vessel carrying imagination. We hope every reader opening this book can experience, within its pages, the awe and reflection three-body brings.